there's a lot of people out there. So here.
This woman here, Lois Vogel, since I believe 2017, every single year is an economic collapse. The stock market's going to crash. It's just over. She's panicked everybody year after year after year, saying this was going to happen, and people that listened to her were worried about their financing, was worried about this and that. She's saying everybody needs to go and give money to her for her ark of safety and all of that stuff. The nerve of this lady. We'll get to this video at the end. I just want to show some of the stuff that she said over the years.
Just get ready and be prepared for the economic collapse that is going to happen. Be prepared for it, because it's going to happen, folks. And I tell you, the economy will surely crash. The economy is about to crash. I was getting this very strong. So this crash is to really wake America up. That's when the stock markets are going to go down the tubes to an economic collapse. It was going to lead to an economic collapse. About the crash coming. This would be the perfect time for the crash to happen, to shut their mouths. May 2nd. My people, you are on the edge of this collapse. You might not realize this, but you are in the collapse. He's telling us the collapse is here. It's about to, it is happening. It is happening. The crash is going to happen very soon. So you can be ready for this collapse. And he's about to crash the almighty dollar. We have the loss of the economy. Your economy is about to collapse. He said the stocks are going to crash. That's the words he said to me. My people, we are on the edge of this collapse. You're about something, or like when he told me the crash is going to happen, Lois, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. The stock market's going to crash. I love you, and I am your father, and I am going to crash the dollar. How the father crashed the dollar. Tell them it would be a crash like never before. I told you the other night the stock market is going to crash. It will at last. There's no escaping what's about to happen. The economy's going to crash. It's coming in like a flood because the disaster's coming. The crash is coming. I'm going to say this again. The crash is going to be like a death for America. Economy's going to collapse. It's as if it happened already. We've been waiting for the economic collapse for a long time now. The crash, the big one, the crash. We are in this economic collapse. It's been going on for years.
For some context, she starts saying that we're in the collapse. That's after the dates that she called nothing happened and people called her out. And she started getting hate mail about that or reading comments or something like that. So she started in with, oh, we're in the collapse. And then just goes right back to the collapse is coming. The collapse is coming.
Oh, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Yeah, the collapse happened. Oh, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Yeah, the collapse happened. The economy's collapsing right in front of our very eyes. I have to take down this economy. That could mean the collapse, the crash. Oh, we're in this collapse. We're in it. But you will see the economy collapse in front of your very eyes. Watch America collapse. Like the crashing of the economy. Watch the show and see the fall of the economy. The collapse is all part of this whole deal. Things have to be collapsing. Economic collapse. With the crash of the dollar. Watch the stock market. It's going to collapse. Watch the economy. You will see that the collapse is the key. It's just happening. We're in it. We are in this financial collapse and everything else that's going on. And so crashes the dollar. And we're counting down till the collapse of the economy. The crash of the dollar. Things are going to collapse. This crash will be the proof. We are in the collapse. We're in the collapse. It's happening. These things are all happening. We are at the door of this total collapsing that's taking place. This collapse and all this collapse that we're involved in right now. The Lord has been telling us we are in the collapse. We are in this. We are in this. We are in this. Time for things to totally collapse. It's the synapse. The collapse, the synapse. The collapse, we're in it.
And in these clips, she's saying it's coming. It's already happened. we're in the middle of it, and then right back to it's coming over and over and over. It depends on what her commenters are saying, hey, you got this wrong, and she makes stuff up.
Now, we are still in process of this economic collapse happening. Economic collapse happening, and a lot of it's going to come with the crash of the dollar. As the collapse is upon us, we know we're in this collapse. We're in it. I know things because the Spirit of God shows me things, and I get this every day of my life.
Did you catch that? She knows things because God shows her things and tells her things.
I know things because the Spirit of God shows me things, and I get this every day of my life.
This woman's been saying this in God's name, saying it was going to hit in 2017, 2018, 2022, using God's name, saying this was going to happen and worrying the people that actually listened to her lie to them over and over and over. She said there was going to happen on certain dates. It didn't happen. So she started in with, well, we're really in it because of this or that or whatever, trying to provide cover. And I guess she's totally forgotten all this and now put up this video here that I'm about to show you.
Everybody wants to know when's it going to crash? When's this going to happen? When's that going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't think anybody knows. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
So there it is. This video that came out this year, this month, she point blank says that she has no idea about it. She's been saying this and scaring people for years, being on guest on programs to talk about it. Her and Bo Pony had dates of when it was supposed to happen. She said repeatedly she knows what's going on because God tells her what's going on. She knows when it's going to happen, all this stuff for years. Please, if you listen to this lady or know someone that does, please beg them to come away from her and get back to God and the Bible. Please.
I am either speaking from the Father or I'm speaking from my own self. They are preaching false messages and they know they're false. They're false prophets that claim that Jesus is Lord at times. They're just liars. I was very nervous about it yesterday. I was like, oh man, I blew it, Lord. I said something from you and maybe it wasn't from you. Just don't accept anything that's being said on the internet, including me.